Hey everybody, it's Jay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been on the carnivore diet for 5 months now. Time for my 5-month check-in. I'm walking along the Metacomet Trail here in Connecticut, along the west side of the west ridge line of the Connecticut River Valley, near Hartford. I'm actually on a service road now. They bring trucks up here to work on a gas pipeline that's not too far. It's less rough than other parts of the trail, which is good because then I can concentrate on what I'm saying. It's about 30 degrees. Kind of chilly. I've been out for a couple hours now. I've walked about 4 miles. My mouth is a little bit numb. It's hard to talk, but I'll do the best I can. So 5 months I've been on the carnivore diet. I weighed myself yesterday. I've lost a total of 68 pounds, which I'm really happy about. I'm feeling great. I did my blood work at 3 months, and a lot of problems I had cleared up after 3 months of carnivore. My cholesterol, which was very high, went down back to normal levels. My blood sugar was no longer pre-diabetic levels, and my blood pressure was down. A lot of joint pains are gone, and I can walk happily now for miles. When I first started this diet, I was over 100 pounds overweight. I'd be tired after 10-15 minutes. I had to rest. So this is a big change for me to be out hiking like this, especially on a cold day. I would have just stayed inside in the past. Now I'm actually out here enjoying it. Getting out in nature makes me happy. It's a great way to be alone with my thoughts and work through stuff and just find some peace from everyday life, from all the normal habitual patterns. So I feel very thankful to have these places not too far from where I live and be able to get out and hike and be in nature. It's chilly. It's going to snow tomorrow apparently, so there's that heavy feeling in the air. So the main thing to report from the last couple months is that my weight loss rate has slowed down. I lost 50 pounds in the first 3 months and only 12 pounds in the last 2 months. So that's a big slowdown. I lost 8 pounds during month 4 and only 4 pounds during the past month since December 7th. I was pretty bummed out about this, to be honest, when I got on the scale, because I weigh myself monthly. But it occurred to me as I was walking today that it's been the holiday season. You know, from November 7th till January 7th, I actually lost 12 pounds. That's never happened with me before. I've always gained 10 pounds during the holiday season. So the fact that I lost 12 pounds, 5% of my body weight basically, I'm happy with that. I think the reason for the slowdown is that it has been the holiday season and I've been eating not within my regular 6-hour window, but I've been eating a lot of food at dinner and actually even having 3 meals a day in December. I'd say I went out probably 3 times a week. I only cheated once. I'll put a link to the video that I did about that incident right up here. Otherwise, I've been doing carnivore consistently and stringently, but it's been dirty carnivore. I've been eating a lot more dairy than usual. I've been eating a lot of cheese in the evening. Whenever I go out to dinner, I get some cheese for an appetizer. Other people are eating other things. If I'm at someone's house, I would have cheese. I had keto ice cream a couple times, non-sugar ice cream, so that's carnivore, but probably not the best thing to have, especially at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I've been eating a lot more pork, a lot more chicken, and not eating beef consistently. And I'm okay with that during holiday season. I'm really happy that I've stayed on the diet as well as I have, that I've lost this weight during this time, and I'm ready to double down again for month 6. Other than that, I can report that psychologically, I feel great. My focus is much better than it's been in years, and just my general sense of well-being. At some point after month 6, I'm going to get my blood work done again, so that'll be interesting to see where that stands. Then I'll make a decision on what I want to do going forward. But I have to say the carnivore diet has been a good enough experience for me that I will most likely stay on it, or some very low keto close version to carnivore. I do have one thing coming up in the next month that it will be a bit of a obstacle, I guess you could call it, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to India for a month. That'll actually be month 6, the beginning of month 6 for me. I'll be there for a month. I don't know how easy it's going to be to stay on the carnivore diet there, but whatever happens, I plan to film my experience. I'm going to an icy spot, so I'm going to turn the camera around and talk while I'm walking. So I'm going to head to India and spend a month there. I'm going to a meditation retreat in a place in the Himalayas. I'll land in Delhi, stay there for a couple days, and then I'm gonna get a driver, I guess. Believe it or not, to have a driver for an 8-hour drive in India is only $150, so it makes a lot of sense to do it that way. So I'll get the driver up to the Himalayas and be doing the retreat for a couple weeks. Then I'm gonna head over to Varanasi, which is a famous Hindu pilgrimage point where people consider it auspicious to have their bodies cremated and the ashes thrown into the Ganges River. Varanasi is on the bank of the Ganges. I'm not Hindu, but it's a place I've always wanted to see. And then I'll head to Bodh Gaya, where Shakyamuni Buddha found his enlightenment. So should be a very interesting trip. I've never been to India before. I've traveled a lot in Latin America, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and I've traveled a lot in Europe, but India is going to be new for me. I don't know how it's going to be for the carnivore diet. I think I'll make my commitment starting month 7, and I'm going to take a month where I will be as carnivore as I can. I'm not going to seek out non-carnivore food, but there may be situations where there just isn't anything carnivore, where anything that has meat, the meat's going to be mixed in with other things. As we all know, it's not so good to be overly rigid about life. You know, sometimes you gotta roll with the punches. I'm going to share. I'm going to let you know how I handle the situation. I assume that other people watching this channel travel themselves, and whatever I experience and how I deal with it could be useful information for you. It could also be useful information to hear how any times when I do have to eat non-carnivore, how it impacts my body, whether I gain weight on this month, how hard it is to get back to carnivore when I return to the US. This is all life. I've done really well on the carnivore diet. I feel 30 years younger than I did when I started 5 months ago. All right, I'm at my destination, little overlook. You can just barely make out Hartford, Connecticut through the trees there. Well, actually, no, I guess it's a little bit to the left. There's some pine trees blocking it now. I used to come up here when I was younger, and you could really see Hartford up here. You can't anymore. This spot is called Kilkenny Rock. There's a glacial erratic boulder over there. The glaciers crossed over this area in the last ice age and dropped huge boulders in very unexpected places. So yeah, I wanted to do this while I was out walking, out hiking, getting some exercise, and just try to bring you along into what has become a much happier world for me than what my life was like 6 months ago when I was 110, 120 pounds overweight. Never would have come up this far and done the climb that I just did. If you're thinking about the carnivore diet, or if you're on the carnivore diet and running into some challenges, I know it's the new year, people start a diet on January 1st and you're coming up to 2 weeks, which for me was the hardest time on this diet. Stay with it. Deal with whatever discomfort you might be feeling, whatever cravings, whatever you might be missing in terms of socializing and having meals with people. Just stick with it. It gets better. Really, after 3 months, you feel so much better. It becomes such a way of living that you won't want to go back. So thanks for watching. Hit like if you enjoyed the video, and hit subscribe. I'll be posting more videos about the carnivore diet in the next few weeks, about my experience while I'm traveling in India with the diet, and just about living a happy life in general. Thanks for watching.